In the early 1940s, SHA developed a 30-acre site near downtown, known as Yesler Terrace. Yesler Terrace was the first public housing project in Washington state, and the nation's first racially integrated neighborhood. Yesler Terrace, a community that's been through many changes, but still a very strong and thriving community. But one of the businesses that has stayed is known as Juicy Vana. Juicy Vana opened up way before the redevelopment.
My name is Sanjay, and I'm the owner of the Juicy Vana Indian Cuisine and Bar, which started in 2012 as a juicing place, and later on we expanded to become an Indian restaurant and a bar. I am here every day at the business, so virtually live out here in the Yesler community. The business started in 2012. I used to work for Anheuser-Busch, and this restaurant was one of my accounts, so I gradually got a chance to lease out the space, and that's how I started the business. The business was pretty steady before the development. It was slow when they put the streetcar tracks and all. At that time they had to rip off the road, so there was literally no business. But once they laid down the streetcar, the business grew, and when there was construction, there was another surge in the business. And once the buildings got occupied, the business got better. The redevelopment definitely helped the business, because there was a lot of people moving in. There was brand new buildings with good facilities like gym in all the buildings, and they had good community center. We got brand new buildings that are like $80 million projects, and the city needs to do more by taking care of the homeless problem, the drug problem, and the petty crime that happens in the neighborhood. If the same activities were happening in the backyard of the mayor or the city council members' homes, I'm sure they would have taken it more seriously.
Juicy Vana has been in the Yesler community before and after the redevelopment. But Yellow Bee, Seattle's first Asian market, opened up in the summer of 2024 in the heart of Yesler Terrace. Yellow Bee is the most local store in Yesler.
I'm Bella, I'm 25, and I moved to Yesler last March 2025. I've worked at Yellow Bee since January of 2026. There's been a variety of regulars and new people that come in, and each is a different experience. I think one of the main challenges is shoplifting. Unfortunately, we've had many incidents of shoplifting between homeless that come in, random people, kids, and it's pretty sad. There already is a free food distribution at the park here by the community center. I think it's difficult to be kind of situated in the middle of 4 prominent neighborhoods. Yellow Bee is the only market / convenience store that's right here on Yesler, provide for the community when it's very diverse and everyone has different needs. There's also, this is a transit hub kind of with the streetcar and the bus lines, so it's definitely, it's complicated. I think because it's a new store / development with all the new apartments here as well, they're definitely catering towards the new development rather than the kind of past.
Some decided to stay and return to Yesler. Others joined the community and decided to open their businesses in Yesler. But the changes caused by the redevelopment also caused some of those who grew up in the community to leave.
My name is Tommy. I'm a barber, and I'm also a student at the University of Washington. And I lived in Yesler for about 15 years, but I've always stayed close to the community. It felt more cultured. It felt like we built a genuine connection with each other through struggle. Everybody in the Yesler area, it felt like we were all connected through our ethnicities and basically similar backgrounds of being first-generation students. How it affected my day-to-day life, I would say, was a lot of my friends and family members either decided to leave Yesler or to stay in Yesler. So knowing a lot of people that I knew growing up starting to fade away from the area, moving into different cities or nearby neighborhoods, it kind of altered our relationship by not seeing them as much and as often. Me personally, I moved to New Holly in 2020, so it was a big change. Moving to New Holly area, it was a neighborhood I wasn't too familiar with, but it also had the same community, but just in a different part of Seattle. I would say it changed for the better in terms of allowing families to live in homes that are more modernized instead of homes that were built maybe 100 years ago. So there's a lot of problems with rodents back in the day. There's a lot of problems with holes in the houses, holes in the roofs. Certain problems in Yesler that were kind of just, filthy, or some would say ghetto. What I miss the most about the old Yesler Terrace is the community. That's one thing I've outspoken a lot, is the community definitely lost its connection since the redevelopment, with a lot of people moving away or a lot of people not staying as in touch with others. And also it just feels like the community was definitely watered down. So that's the biggest thing that I miss about old Yesler. Personally speaking, I would love to live in Yesler Terrace again, but the reason why I would want to is because of the community aspect, but I'm not sure if the community that I'm craving or the community that I'm interested in is still here, so that's something that conflicts me wanting to come back.
My name is Delina Zegazab. I go to Garfield High School and I used to live in Yesler. Some challenges I face or used to be gun violence and like the safety around Yesler. For shoplifting, like Yellow Bee, a lot of kids like steal from there, and I guess they're getting like mad about it. Like, of course, yeah, you should be mad, but like you shouldn't blame everybody else for doing that. Some positive things are like the fact that like everybody really knows each other because like probably lived here for a long time. There's a lot of parks. It's like a sunny day. It's like a good environment to like live in. Probably more stores because Yellow Bee's getting kind of expensive, guys. I don't think so, because I feel like it's a really dangerous place, and like I kind of like want to explore the world a little bit, and I want my environment to be like Yesler, like where I live in the future.
Ultimately, Yesler has changed many people's lives and has made negative and positive impacts. Residents and businesses in Yesler have been through it all, powering through plenty of changes.